Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Today, Clockwork City DLC patch notes for the PTS. This is the DLC that launches after Horns of the Reach. I will just go through the most important stuff. So we have always new world bosses, delves, a complete new map to explore. There's a new trial, 12 man. However, it's a little bit different now. Like, it's kind of, as I've understood it, you're not gonna kill like each boss after, like either you're gonna kill each boss one by one, or if you want really super hard mode, you have to have all three bosses alive and then burn them down together, something like that. There's new achievements, new weapons called Asylum, and you also get new skins, titles, and housing stuff, right? Now there is Asylum weapons. Alter and improve the effect of one of your weapon skill line abilities. Probably like Maelstrom and the master weapons. Now this here is interesting. New set. So basically, Clockwork City crafted. So heavy, medium, light. I guess it's not the worst, but definitely not the good one, because you always use class abilities and weapon abilities. However, for certain classes, like if you really want to have max damage on your lava whip, this could actually be pretty nice. And they again it's kind of not a hybrid set, but both magic and stamina setups can use it. This is actually pretty strong. Every time you get the max magicka, max stamina, it's actually not bad, because after all, especially in PvP, you need stuff for blocking. Then fortified brass. So this doesn't, this is also crafted. Yeah, okay, those are all crafted. There's a lot of resistance. You already can reach really high resistance without this set, so I don't, it's a lot of resistance, don't get me wrong, but do you need it? Mechanical oscity. Weapon damage, spell damage, max stam, max magicka. When you deal damage, you have 50 to gain mechanical vision for 5 seconds, causing your attacks to always be a critical strike. 5 seconds and 18 seconds cooldown. I mean, I guess it's nice because you can dish out a lot of damage in a short time. However, you don't know when it procs, and it has a huge cooldown, so it's like Clockwork City. Now this is dropped. Okay. Mad Tinkerer. Cool, yeah, spell creates spell damage. You have a 10% chance to summon a verminous fabricant that charges the nearest enemy. 10k shock damage to all enemy in its path, knocking them into the air and stun. What? 10 seconds cooldown. So, is there an explosion, or is it just running through and everybody it hits it goes knocked up? Guess we have to figure out later. I will test all those sets, do videos about them, so you can see how they work, etc. If you don't have access to the PTS. Unfaithful darkness, weapon create physical penetration. This is actually nice to see. Physical penetration. When you deal damage, you have a 10% chance to call a murder of crows. Not cows, crows. Around you for 12 seconds. Every 3 seconds a crow will be sent to peck the closest enemy with 12 meters. Okay. 4k damage is pretty high. I mean, it can crit, but 4k is still pretty high. 15 seconds cooldown. Live fire, this is heavy. Healing. Take that to overload your circuits, applying concussion to enemies within 8 meters. And 10-second cooldown. That's gonna be really good in PvP, I guess. Because I mean, 25% chance it's gonna proc on cooldown, basically. Then we have the weapons. Let's see. Asylum, Sanctorium, the weapons. The perfect versions drop in veteran difficulty, while the normal versions drop in normal. The two cannot be mixed together. to complete the full set for dual wield and one-handed and shield. Okay. Chaotic Whirlwind. When you deal damage with Whirlwind, you add 10 seconds to Twins Lacerate and Blade Cloak. This effect can occur once per cast of those abilities. That's a lot of time. 10 seconds? Lacerate is the ultimate, right? So I think it already lasts like 10 to 12 seconds, no? And you had another 10 seconds? That's a lot of time. And it doesn't say it only applies to one. So every time you use this, it works. You use this, it works, and this. This will basically... This is gonna be really strong, I guess. If it really... We will test that later, obviously. If it really works like this, then... The rotation is gonna get mixed up. The rotation is gonna get a little bit more difficult. Maybe not, but you have more time to do other stuff, definitely. And the non-perfect one, 8 seconds. 10 seconds, 8 seconds, whatever. It like concentrated force. Force shock always applies burning, concussion, and shield. 4 seconds cooldown per enemy. They last 4 seconds. That's quite, especially for PvP. Burning got buffed recently. Like all those status effects got buffed. So this does actually do a lot of damage. It's gonna be a huge buff. I mean, mostly Zorks use Force Shock. Probably gonna see it more on other classes as well now. But yeah, definitely. And chilled, you're gonna get snared, you're gonna deal less damage, you're gonna get more damage. Yeah, that's fucked up. Concentrated force. Force shock always applies the burning. Oh yeah, that's the same stuff. And it has a 5 seconds, yeah. There's basically no difference. I mean, whatever. Defensive position. When you reflect or absorb a spell, you restore 2k Magicka. That without reflecting or absorbing a spell projectile, you restore 5. That's a lot of Magicka. If it doesn't have a cooldown, you will see tanks spamming this shit. Because every time they get hit by it, they get 2k Magicka back. I mean, I think it costs some stamina to use, but still, we will see. In here, discipline slash. When you deal damage with reverse slash, you generate up to 15 ultimates based on how much execute bonus damage is dealt. That's a lot. There's already really tanky people in the game, like when they have the sword and board ultimate with Bloodspawn and like Werewolf Hide and Tavas, and with this they're gonna have it up 100% of the time. Gonna be like, you're not gonna kill them. Really, it's a little bit too much. I don't know. At least feel it doesn't even matter. If it only was 7, it would already be enough, because those perma shield spell wall dudes, they already almost get it up 100% of the time. If they kill somebody, I mean, depends how much execute bonus damage. Now, yeah. When does it start counting as a bonus damage? To test piercing spray, when you deal damage with arrow spray, you cause enemies hit to take 50% more damage from the direct damage portion of snipe, scatter. That's pretty OP too. Could actually also help bow setups in PV to make them stronger. But yeah, you use this, the arrow spray, and then you use scatter shot. That's gonna hurt. And there is also the healing morph of this, so you're gonna get like way more health back from that stuff. Gonna be really strong. Just gonna choose poison injection, scatter shot, and do the rip. Timeless blessing. When you cast blessing at the cost of next grand healing, regen, or steadfast ward, it's reduced by 50%. Yeah, that's nice. I actually think this is balanced. Others, they feel really strong. Oh yeah, the next important thing, base game update, transmutation. That's something new, so you can change the traits. Can only be done at the transmute station, which is a new service. Okay. Home furnished version of the station may also be purchased. Yeah, whatever. You need transmute crystals, precious resources, occasionally receive for successfully completing veteran PvE activities such as pledges, trials, and arenas, and several PvP sources. Also, they will not be rare. There will be a lot of them. You need to have the trait research, obviously, and you can do it with jewelry. Stuff, whatever. Like always, they're gonna increase the CP by 30 points. Hey, 690, is it? Yes. Finally buff the templates on the PTS. Good. Whatever. So here is the Morrowind stuff. So the Warden. Animal. This morph now increases the duration to 14 seconds in addition. Like in PvE, Wardens are really not good. Magic Wardens. Stamina Wardens are decent, but Magic Wardens, like, nah. PvP, they actually perform pretty well. Increase the range of this ability and its morphs to 20. Not a lot of buffs. I really thought they would buff them a little bit more. Not gonna be better in PvE, still gonna be shite. Combat balance, okay, now here gets interesting. Reduce the duration of the stun applied to you when you're knocked off your mount. Yeah. Whatever. Dragon Knight. Increase the speed of the projectile from this morph by 50%. Petrify and its morphs are no longer a 30-second. 30-second? They are 2.5 second stuns that can not be blocked or dodge rolled. And they can be placed on multiple targets. Okay. That's kinda, I don't know, wrong. Just gonna see people spamming that thing over and over again on, like, you have one dedicated petrify spammer in the group just to stun everybody. Because it can't be blocked, it can't be dodge rolled, so you will get stunned no matter what. Standard. This morph now increases duration 25 seconds and can be shifted an unlimited amount of times. Okay, that's actually cool, especially for PvP. Finally useful. Nobody ever used this, so it's really good that they slightly buff this stuff. This morph now fears up to 6 enemies per trap, up from 2. Nice. Better crowd control. Then the other one no longer fears an additional enemy, but only fears the same amount of enemies as the base R2. Okay, sure. Agony, this ability and its morphs is now an ally target spell that heals them over time. Now called Malevolent Offering. So that's a heal? Spell that heals them over time and damages you for... So you heal the other dude and you get damage. Get minor mending when it deals damage to you. I mean, why the fuck would you... Whatever. Yeah, whatever. That's weird. I don't know. So increase the distance and ally can travel away from you before the heal tether snaps to 25. Easy. Zorks, Crystal Blast. More splash damage. Nobody will use that anyway, so whatever. No longer 30 seconds. Instead, they are 2 for 2 stuns. Oh, okay. So they also changed this. Sure, sure. Similar to the Petrify. Templars. Returns damage whenever the affected enemy casts a direct damage attack. It is still granted crowd control immunity. Now can be removed by breakthrough. Total Dark. This morph will heal you when the target casts a direct damage attack. This morph now has a cast time that matches the base. What? And now causes you to pulse point blank area of effect damage every 2 seconds for 6. Ah, so it's a damage over time effect now. It only takes 3 times though. Now the question is, how long is the cast time? Nobody used this ever and don't know. Oh, they increased the dot damage of this. This could be really good now. With the Asylum weapons. Good, good. Yeah, those are just bug fixes. Oh wait, no, no. Weapons. Forcefully then by this passive will no longer double dip in damage. What do you mean it will no longer critical strike? Really? They nerfed this into the ground? Okay, sure. Nobody... I tried to introduce two-handers into trials, but the problem is dual wield Deadly Cloak provides you like 100% damage mitigation. Like literally, when I was playing with two-hander and another dude with dual wield was next to me, he legit got half the damage than me. Just because he had Deadly Cloak on. Now they, like, it's even shittier now. It's still good, like, when you want to do dailies and that stuff, like dungeons, no problem. But in trials... Okay. Are they... Okay, that's fine, sure. Master and Maelstrom unique enchantments have been rebuilt as item sets. Okay. You can now safely enchant and re-enchant these weapons. Okay, nice, nice. Now many of the master have... Okay, they rebalance them, nice. Master two-hander. Increase the damage bonus to cleave direct damage to 2k. That's good. 688 was just a joke, so it could actually be decent now. Not good, but decent. Puncturing remedy. Increase the heal amount from puncture to 2.5k and it now grants you spell and physical resistance equal to the amount healed for 3 seconds. That's really strong. I mean, tank's gonna get... I guess you can crit. Gonna get like 6k resistance every time you use this. If you have mending and all that kind of stuff, it stacks up. That's a lot of resistance. Slashes. Increase the damage bonus to twin slashes. Bleed to 1.5 each tick from... Yeah, it's still shit. Still shit. Especially if you compare it to Asylum weapons. Increase the damage bonus to destructive touch. 1.5k from 516. It's still weak. The dot damage you get is just really, really weak. So the direct damage hit just 1.5k more. It doesn't matter. It's still bad. Your low slash will now cause your next fully charged heavy attack. Use it in 5 seconds to restore an additional 2k magic against... What? That doesn't have a cooldown. Then holy mother. Dual wield and sword and board. Light and heavy attacks. The heavy attacks are faster than all other weapon types. And if you use low slash, heavy attack, low slash, if it doesn't have a cooldown, that's a lot. That's like 2k magic every 1.5 seconds and stamina. Not gonna run out of resources. Increase on the magic restore by regen critical heals to 800. Okay, that's actually nice now. That's good. That's decent magic return. 481 was a little bit too low. I think that's more or less it. So most of the stuff kinda does Asylum weapons and some changes to master and master. Probably too strong. These two. But yeah, we will see. I will do videos on that stuff on the PTS. But I have to prepare template and that stuff and probably also stream a little bit. But yeah, I think if all those things that are really strong don't have a cooldown, if it doesn't get tuned down, yeah, tricky. But we will see. Mostly definitely buffs. Definitely more buffs than nerfs, right? That's probably most important for now, because it really dips on the mood if you read patch notes and all there is nerfs. So at least if they change stuff, it's more into the direction of it's getting better. Question is just, is it getting too good or not? Anyway, that's it for now. What do you think about those patch notes? Let me know in the comment section below. Thank you for watching and see you soon.